Good afternoon, everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about the Targeted Instruction Program, which is an EdTech remedial program in foundational literacy and numeracy. This morning we've been talking a lot about education technology, what is the promise of technology. So hopefully the work that we did as part of this program will help us understand a little bit better how technology can be used in education. So I'm going to start by setting the context for the work that we did. Then I will move on to giving an overview of the target instruction program. I will talk about the research design intervention model and the tech tool that we developed. And then I will present findings from two RCTs that we conducted as part of this program, and finally end with some of the high-level takeaways that we have. So to set the context, let me take you back to 2018, 2019, pre-COVID times. There were two issues that we were facing. Firstly, there were very low learning levels that we were seeing in Pakistan. World Bank reported that 2 out of every 5 class 3 students cannot do two-digit subtractions, right? And the other problem that we had was that there was really slow learning happening from year to year. So there was a learning crisis even pre-COVID, and then we get to COVID times, school closed down, and there is even a further drop in learning levels. After COVID, when schools opened up in 2022, we did some of our own diagnostic assessments, and what we found was that um, learning levels were still low, right? If you look at the second graph here, looking at class 3 mathematics, you can see that only 9% of students did not need remediation. There was a whopping 49% of students who needed remediation at the grade 2 level. That means these students are sitting in grade 3 classrooms, but they need remediation at the class 2 level. And there is still some students who are in grade 3, but they need remediation at the kindergarten level. Now, this is really something that we need to be thinking about. How can we bridge this gap that we're seeing? And as you can see in this graph as well, that there was really high variation in students that were sitting in any classroom. So with that, we get to the target instruction program. We collaborated with the Federal Ministry of Education in Islamabad and the KP Education Department to think about how can we bridge these learning gaps that we were seeing. And so targeted instruction program, this is a 40-day remedial classes that were designed to help students catch up in their foundational literacy and numeracy, right? And there were two RCT studies that were embedded within it because we wanted to be empirically test the program and be able to say whether this program works or not, right? So be able to causally attribute the impact of the program. This was a program that was developed in very close collaboration with the government. It was fully aligned with government priorities on foundational learning. We also worked very closely with teachers to be able to make sure that this program was contextualized for the Pakistani context. And we wanted to minimize costs. So that includes the financial cost, but also time cost that schools or teachers would incur as part of being a part of this program, right? So this is the research design. Sorry, I will try to speak a little bit in Urdu as well, sir, आपके लिए. So ये जो प्रोग्राम है ये केपी और पेशावर और मर्दान particularly और उसके अलावा इस्लामाबाद कैपिटल टेरिटरी में किया गया था. There were two research studies that were embedded in it. टिप केपी की एक separate study थी और टिप आईसीटी की separate study थी, right? So सबसे पहले टिप केपी में हमारा जो research design था उसमें sample was कि तकरीबन 1250 public primary schools were a part of our research study. There were 7,000 teachers that were trained and about 250,000 students for classes 1 to 5. And as part of the TIP ICT program, इसमें 560 schools थे, public primary schools, both formal and non-formal schools, to 2,500 teachers, 90,000 students, and 10,000 parents. So this is the research design. हमारा focus KP में और ICT में slightly different था, although the intervention was still the 40-day remedial classes. KP में हम ये देखना चाह रहे थे कि technology adoption और टेक enabled टिप प्रोग्राम जो है वो किस तरह से स्टूडेंट की लर्निंग आउटकम्स को इम्पैक्ट करता है, राइट? And so for that, we had a control group. Control group essentially is where business as usual happens, right? So there's no intervention from our side at least. और हमारी 3 separate intervention groups थे. The first group was paper. So basically, this is where जो program है complete tip program, वो fully hard copy materials पे दिया गया था, right? The other one was optional. This is where we give the option of opting into technology or paper to the schools. So वो खुद decide करके हमें early on बता सकते थे at the onset of the program कि क्या वो tech adopt करना चाहते हैं या नहीं. Third was the mandated treatment in which the schools had to use technology. So this was the KP focus. ICT में हमारा focus ये था कि हम जानना चाह रहे थे कि क्या information, guidance, or both are helpful in enabling the parents and teachers to work on student learning levels and bridge these gaps. So इसके लिए जो हमारी intervention थी उसमें again there was a control group, business as usual. Then we had a workbooks group जिसमें सिर्फ students को workbooks दी गई थी. Then we also had information जिसमें ना सिर्फ workbooks दी गई थी but workbooks के साथ teachers को information दी गई थी student के learning levels पे और parents को SMS और automated calls के through हम students के specific areas of improvement जो थे उस पे information दे रहे थे. Then lastly we had the guidance group जिसमें again workbooks भी हैं, information भी है, but on top of that teachers के लिए scripted lesson plans हैं जो कि वो use कर सकते हैं instruction देने के लिए. And for parents they were also being suggested कि आपके बच्चों के ये learning gaps हैं. So for example आपका बच्चा subtraction जो है वो नहीं कर पा रहा है, workbooks में आप page number 10 पे जाके बच्चे को subtraction की practice करवा सकते हैं, right? So there was a lot of guidance being given. I will run through this quickly now. Intervention model जो है, it was a 4-step model. सबसे पहले बच्चों की learning levels जो हैं वो diagnose हो रहे हैं कि as it stands बच्चे क्या performance दे रहे हैं, right? उसके बाद बच्चों के learning levels जो हमने diagnose किए हैं उसकी basis पे उनको sort कर दिया groups में. So for example you can think of it अगर मैं ज़रा आसान अल्फाज में कहूँ high performers एक group में होंगे, low performers एक group में होंगे, medium performers एक group में होंगे और teacher या तो वो एक ही क्लासरूम में उनको सॉर्ट करे या अक्रॉस क्लासरूम सॉर्ट कर रहा होगा बट ऑलवेज बेस्ड ऑन द लर्निंग लेवल्स एंड देन उनको टेलर्ड इंस्ट्रक्शन दी जाएगी इन 40-day एक्टिविटी बेस्ड लेसन्स ताकि उन बच्चों को वो जो गैप्स हैं वो फिल करने में हेल्प की जा सके एंड लास्टली वी वर ट्रैकिंग देयर लर्निंग थ्रू आउट दिस वाज हैपनिंग थ्रू समेटिव असेसमेंट्स एंड फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट्स फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट में क्विजेस वगैरह थे समेटिव में उनकी एंड लाइन रिजल्ट्स जिनको हम कहते हैं जो उसके लिए असेसमेंट की गई थी वो था this was the support provided training की गई थी teachers की पहले program के लिए this so understanding and adapting this new system and also ongoing mentorship support was also available. This is the tech tool. I've already spoken about these components but basically there was a tool that was developed by our team जिसमें assessments थी available, tech tool available था, training materials available थे and also TLMs. Now these are the findings. सबसे पहले तो टिप केपी की मैं findings present करूंगी. In TIP-KP, what we found was that optional treatment had the largest effect on student scores, followed closely by paper treatment, or जो mandated treatment थी, उसमें there was no statistically significant impact. Now, this is really interesting for us to see why is it कि जो optional technology है, वो हमें अच्छे results दिखा रही है. We have two conjectures here. First is sorting. उसका basically what sorting means is कि स्कूल्स जो हैं वो खुद से ये चूज कर रहे थे कि क्या वो जाना चाहते हैं टेक्नोलॉजी में या वो नहीं टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करना चाहते वो पेपर यूज करेंगे एंड वी थिंक टीचर्स वर और schools were making that decision based on their teachers capability in technology and their confidence in technology, right? So that has an impact on results. Secondly, giving schools choice helps. इसमें अब ये है कि all of us are very well aware that schools face a lot of on-ground challenges, and those challenges look very different from school to school. और क्योंकि at the end of the day teachers ने ये implement करना है program, उनको ownership देना कि you can choose whatever you think is best for you and your students really helps. So उसकी वजह से वो ownership लेके किसी भी reform को या program को fully take up कर सकते हैं और उसको implement कर सकते हैं. Now, this is another interesting part, which has a lot of implications for how we think about education policy, edtech, reforms, etc. Optional technology में हम ये देखते हैं कि जो बच्चे bottom में हैं, so bottom half of the classroom, वो optional technology treatment में सबसे ज़्यादा benefit कर रहे हैं. Now, why is that? Right? This is because teachers जो हैं उनको tech tool के ऊपर students के results real time में नजर आ रहे होते थे. I told you कि there were formative assessments happening. So उन assessments में teachers देख सकते थे कि okay आज मैंने अगर quiz लिया मैं अपने students का, where does each student stand? And then based on that वो उसको group भी उसका change कर सकती थी. For example एक बच्चा जिसने start किया middle group में, उसको वो high group में या low group में लेके आ सकती थी, and then उसको accordingly tailor कर सकती थी उसके लिए instruction, right? So that was really something that was helping the students in the optional treatment, और उसका हमें impact नजर आ रहा है. Now I get to tip ICD findings. Here, again, we know that the program works, right? इस program में जो है, it's as if कि आपके बच्चे को 2 महीने की additional schooling दी गई हो as compared to the control group. This is true for KP, this is true for ICT. But what is interesting here now is कि जिन बच्चों को workbooks दी गई थी सिर्फ, वहां पे again हम ये देखते हैं कि जो low performers थे, उन पे सबसे ज़्यादा impact आ रहा है treatment का. Whereas if we compare it to the guidance treatment or the information treatment, वहाँ पे हम ये देख रहे हैं, you can see it in this graph, कि across the ability group, चाहे आपका बच्चा high performer है, low performer है, medium performer है, उन सब पे information और guidance का equal impact आ रहा है, and impact is statistically significant. This program works, right? So this is where I will end with a few takeaways from our side. So targeted instruction is something that is really the need of the hour, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान में foundation skills जो हैं उसमें बच्चे are still lagging behind. This is a priority area now for the government. So we know that targeted instruction works. Since this morning, we've been talking about कि technology का promise यहाँ पे क्या है? Does technology work? If it works, how should we be using it? Isa Farooq World Bank से जो है उन्होंने सुबह GEEP की report जो है वो भी reference की है. GEEP में technology is a promising buy, right? This is something that seems to have promise when we just don't know enough about it. या हमारे पास अभी enough evidence नहीं है. So this is the kind of work that really helps us to see कि टेक्नोलॉजी जो है एग्जैक्टली किस तरह से हेल्प कर सकती है. सो माय लास्ट कमेंट ऑन दिस वुड बी कि एज researchers, academics, policy actors, when we're thinking about how to bring reform, what reform to bring in education, whether it's targeted instruction, whether it's technology, we really need to think about giving some choice and options to schools because that can have huge impact. और जब हम ये खुद भी सोच रहे हैं कि हमें क्या रिफॉर्म लेके आना चाहिए, वी नीड टू बी वेरी केयरफुल अबाउट इट कि क्या मसाइल हैं जो हम हल करना चाह रहे हैं. आर वी ट्राइंग टू टारगेट द लो लर्नर्स, आर वी ट्राइंग टू टारगेट द हाई लर्नर्स, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली इंट्रोड्यूस करवाना चाहिए टीचर्स को और स्कूल्स को इस तरह की इंटरवेंशन जो उनके बच्चों के लिए और उनके जो यूनिक चैलेंजेस हैं उन पे हेल्प कर सकता है. So with that, I will end my presentation. I do want to thank all of our research partners and funders because the consortium that we worked with really